This is Dr. Bill inside the HBC Sports Lab with Mike Washington, Charles Bishop. Mike Washington is out on assignment, but we have A.D. Drew, clinical professor, and Charles Bishop. But we're so excited as we have the new head coach of Jackson State University, T.C. Taylor, 22nd head coach, to be exact. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. Glad to be a part of the show. I'm getting geared up for the holidays, and I had a big day on yesterday, so I got a big smile on my face right now.
Yeah, let's get into it. Many of the prognostication of HBC recruiting rankings, if you would, have Jackson State number one, big star players, a couple of 4 stars, 3 stars, a championship program, high school kids coming into with those rankings. Amazing in terms of what you were able to do. Talk a little bit about how you were able to navigate the space about coaching, switching, and still being able to hold on to some of these kids. And some of those kids that actually got in the portal, many of them came back as well.
Yeah, once the conclusion of the Celebration Bowl, it was all go time. And, for us trying to retain our student athletes and then getting that next crop of guys, geared up and ready to come in here. I was trying, while at the same time trying to put a excellent staff together. So I knew the first thing first, I had to hit the ground with recruiting myself and Coach O with a couple of days coming before signing day. And, still at the same time, you got this thing called that transfer portal. So it was kind of a deal where we said, well, let's sit back and see what we lose, and that was the focus. We said we'll sit back, see what we lose, and then go back and as far as the signing day and dibble dab in the portal ourselves and try to, fill those needs. And I think we did a phenomenal job of, replacing those student athletes that we weren't able to retain, and still at the same time, continue to recruit those guys, that were entering the portal. We kept a good pipeline, good talk lines with the parents and those guys, and we were able to retain a couple key players out of the portal that jumped in it. So it was very productive, couple of days for us here at Jackson State.
Yeah, I would say just a little bit. Charles, go ahead, follow up.
Well, Coach, I don't know if I've had an opportunity to just say congratulations. I think I have, but congratulations again formally. But kind of walk us through that sales pitch, because it's very unique to re-recruit what you have on campus, and then also, you have to sell Jackson State to this new crop. But like, how does that work in terms of what it is you're trying to tell these guys?
Well, it is basically one thing that was in place. You had a couple, myself and Coach O in place. The head coach was in place. So I had to sell my vision and the plan and, how I see Jackson State here in the future. And that was the main thing. I tried to get on the phone with as many parents as I could, and, they're all about making sure their kids are taken care of, as far as living, and, they're going to be developed. And that was the main thing. Let's attack the parents in this process. And I thought myself and Coach O did a hell of a job of just going after the parents, letting them know, your head guys in place, as far as trusted me to get a staff in here that's going to be, unbelievable. So those were some things that we targeted, and I thought we did a good job of it.
A.D. Drew, go ahead.
Coach, you just said something about your vision there for Jackson State. When we see the 2023 version of the Tigers, how much of that will be what you see and what you envision versus the formula that Coach Sanders has left there and that has proven to be successful in the SWAC and for Jackson State? How much of that will be blended together for this new vision?
Well, it's like I told the team that going into that game at the Celebration Bowl, I told them Friday night, there will never be another 2022 team like that. Mm-hmm. We got to focus on our goals of 2023. My vision is to go out and dominate again. We always want to keep that mindset. I will say that will carry over. But we want to execute, put a good product on the field, and win the SWAC championship and, get an opportunity again to go and compete in the Celebration Bowl. But the most important thing now, like I said, we're taking it day to day. Right now we want to conquer and dominate in the recruiting game. Get our student athletes back on campus, get a strength coach, get our strength coach with those student athletes, and continue to develop them, get them ready for the upcoming season.
With that said, I want to jump in there and say, obviously, a lot of people know about your history at Jackson State and the accolades you had there, getting it done in a lot of ways. But you have been seasoned and waiting for this opportunity and seeking this opportunity to be a head coach, groomed as an offensive coordinator, and going through the ranks of coaching multiple positions and being all the way a coordinator, coaching in a championship game at the coordinator level with former North Carolina Central for oddly at that MAC, and then back with Jackson State in a lot of ways. Can you talk a little bit about what you're going to look at for creating your coaching staff? I'm sure as you prepare and sought these opportunities, you have some names, but people change, they get into positions, so you still got to go back down that Rolodex over a period of time. Obviously, at this point, not able to necessarily give names, but at least give us the thought process of who and what you are looking for in terms of fulfill your coaching staff.
Well, I always knew this moment would eventually come, so it was all about the relationships building, in past years, meeting other coaches, going to the coaching convention. So I always had like a 5 deep. That's what I like to call it, the guys, when that moment came, far as being a head coach. It's all about the preparation. You don't want to let these kind of opportunities get on you. You're not ready. That's the worst thing that can, happen once you're labeled as a head coach. But I feel like I got a good group together. I can't really talk on them right now because we got to get some pen to paper, get some applications done.
That's right.
So, but I really feel good. We want to, like I said, continue to win and have success. We want to. I talk to the coaches about, continue to preach character. Continue to play fast, continue to dominate games. Things like that. We're going to keep that mindset, and we're going to get these guys in here. And heck, like I told them, I was talking to all of them, a few of them today. I need some help. I need some help. I'm up here trying to put this class together and stuff. So try to take a little weight off my shoulder. So I can't wait till we get these guys in here. I'm excited about the group.
No doubt about it. Charles, did you want to follow up?
Yeah, I want to follow up in terms of some of what you brought in early in terms of the names, Seven McGee, Tristan Simon, and Bruce Mitchell. Just talk a little bit about what you are looking for and what you brought in thus far.
Like I said, Chuck, we went out and recruited need. With Seven McGee, with losing a player like Kevin Coleman in the portal, you had to get some more playmakers in here. You see some of the things that Seven did at Oregon. There's a time in high school he can really take games over and generate a lot of explosive plays. Anytime we lost a couple cornerbacks, so we had to go out and we're continuing to put depth in that room. But with a young kid like Tristan, sky's the limit for him. He walks around he's a very confident kid. He's a very confident kid. He believes that he can come in here and be dominant right now. And that's what we try to do. Like I said, fill need, but at the same time, we'll make sure the quality is good.
I have one follow-up question. You've been able to get to the Celebration Bowl a couple of times. Tell us in terms of this new format. Yeah, I know you're going to get back and do the final chapter, so it's not about that side of it. But give the fans that have been galvanized by this, why is this from a coaching perspective and what you see in the players' eyes, why is it so special?
It's the end game. It's the end game. You get to that point and get an opportunity to play in the Celebration Bowl. You've done some things right in the season. Because you're playing to get through that SWAC, to get through the season of a SWAC schedule, and then have to play a SWAC championship game, and then get to that one. It's the Mecca. That's that one that you kind of playing for. You can see it, but you got to take care of everything that's out front first. So to get that opportunity to play in a game like that, as an HBCU, to be on ABC, and those kind of viewer numbers, it's an unbelievable moment. And you're playing for a national title. You're the best of the best.
That's saying we'd be remiss if we didn't give you a chance to say anything that we didn't get to discuss. Go ahead and give us any information that you want to provide the viewers that we didn't ask you.
Just letting everybody know yesterday was just the beginning. You know, we got another signing day coming up. We're going to get this staff put in place here in the next week or so, couple weeks, and we're not done. You know, we got some more big names coming down the pipe here in the next couple of days. You know, it's a lot of good players out there that want to be a part of what's going on at Jackson State. So we want to keep that momentum, continue to win games, and keep that excitement. Hey, continue to support Jackson State football and the SWAC in a whole as itself, because we're a brand that's steady growing.
No doubt about it. It's good to have you on, Coach T.C. Taylor. Wish you the best, except for maybe when you play Prairie View, Texas Southern.
Hey, don't OBC, Miami. SWAC game one for you, Coach. I hope you're ready.
Coach, I know you're the head coach of Jackson State now, and finally, I might get a chance to beat you now in golf. I might make it, I hope.
Hey, I don't think we get out there no time soon. As cold as it is, but hey, as soon as we get a little warm weather, you know we're gonna get out there.
No doubt, no doubt.
You know, I get this care. Honestly, Coach, I want to see you get it done. I want to see you. Wish you the best. We've had a chance to really get to know each other, work with you, and I've seen the chase and the respect that you have in terms of the grind and the work that you put in to get at this level. So with that said, anybody that puts that work, I'm extremely excited when they get the opportunity, and I wish them the best. And I feel a part of that championship, as weird as it sounds, when I see you get it done at that level. So as the 22nd head coach of Jackson State University, Jackson State University, there's a lot of them say in that area. I'm excited for you, proud for you, and look forward to the future. We'll be right back after this great break. You've heard it from T.C. Taylor, 22nd head coach of Jackson State University.
Thank you, guys.